Hello friends, welcome back. It's BigDenoPlays, Chronicles of Drunagor, episode 6. It's actually episode 7, but chapter 6, because of the ruins of Lucanor. Our brave heroes Tork and Drasek have found themselves in the middle of the dungeons in the city of Ignis Pyra. It's very exciting. The story's been okay so far. For people that have not played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons or games like this, I'm sure this would be a very thrilling narrative. I find it serviceable. But the gameplay is tremendous. Let's read the Draconian Dungeons, Chapter 6. When at last you recover your... Oh, by the way, there was a camp phase in between this mission and the last mission, so I did actually recover my trauma cube, which is great. When at last you recover your senses and look around, you see, on the right side, a mound of buried ruins alongside a frowning Thaumagar. On the left side, barriers made of some kind of luminous glass, confining a lot of those creatures in halls overrun by them. By their squeaks, they already know you're there. What you don't see is any sign of the seeds of darkness, maybe for the best. These halls are protected by magical barrier traps set to prevent anything down here from running out of control, or that some monster could find its way up there. The sage satisfies your curiosity. The tome we're looking for is there, resting atop the altar, guarded like the precious treasure it is, he finishes, pointing to an alcove sculpted between the frescoes, where stands an open book behind another wall made of that same energy. And to think, you imagine that your sole trouble on this voyage would be fulfilling the quest that the paladin had tasked you with too slowly. But look at how it all unrolled itself. Now you're stuck under many floors of rubble, fighting to recover some book that supposedly has information about the mysterious enemy and how to defeat it. But that's not everything. For us to be able to lift the barrier protecting the tome, we'll need to collect at least 3 rune keys, which are stored in the halls around us. In the end, fate has played a trick on us. We're the very ones who will need to lift the barriers holding back the monsters. Oh yes, and last of all, we cannot linger here for long, because the old walls and columns that hold this floor together aren't steady and strong. They won't endure the battering of these agitated creatures for much longer. You sigh in frustration at the irony, but assent with your head, preparing yourself for the upcoming battle. When you're ready, my fellow, pull one of those levers on that arcane panel so we can settle this once and for all. Or settle this at once. Okay, so let's read the darkness spawning. That is normal rules. Darkness behavior, that is normal. Recall action is normal. Winning and losing is normal. Start the adventure. This is a fantastic map, by the way. Look at this map. Here it is. It's too big for me to fit on my screen, but we're just going to do that for the moment, and then we'll rotate it around when we move in other spots. Anyway, precious cargo. Thaumagar, our great friend, is with us still. Random locked doors. So all the doors are randomized, which is awesome. No character into map tile is behind a train closed door. Okay, we have to do the rune bag. So reorganize the rune bag so that leaving only 3 runes of each colour. Blue, 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 red, 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 orange, 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 green, 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 black, black, black. You must remove it. Every time a 3rd rune of the same colour is placed on the initiative track, you must remove it from the board associated with that rune colour. You skip this removal if the door. Buried surprises and rune keys. The runes placed on the board are rune keys. Once 3 of the 4 rune keys are collected. See, this is where games need to scale better. If this was a 4-player mission, this would be easy. If this is a 2-player mission, that becomes a lot harder. But anyway, it is what it is. And finally, buried surprise deck. When any door is opened after you complete its setup. So we have our interaction token in the middle. We have our 2 chest tokens. Very good. So let's have a look. So 2 chests, boom, boom, interaction, boom, buried surprise event deck. Don't know what's in there. Haven't looked at it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Okay, so our mission is to retrieve these rune keys, and we need 3 of them. To open a door, did we need to do anything special to open the door? I don't think so. Let's have a look at that interaction token, I guess. There's no enemies on the board. Okay. All right. So, Tork, Drasek, fully healed, 16, 15. Both got a cosmic gemstone in case we find something cool. We don't have any new abilities yet, so there's no monsters on the board either, so we're just going to go to the initiative tracker and Tork is going to start. So he will kick us off. I'll keep that open by looking at the interaction token, which is interaction token on page 13. What? Page 13? We've already done that guy. I'm sure that's not the right number. Maybe it's supposed to be 15, 16. I would say it's supposed to be 16 because that looks far more. Pull the bone lever, pull the gem encrusted lever, pull the skull lever, pull the wooden lever. All right, before we make any rash decisions, let's have a little look and see if there's anything here that might be relevant. I think we'll pull the gem encrusted lever because it's 69. Good one. You gain focus 2. Although fearful of what can follow this, you pull the lever inlaid with gems and brace yourself to face the outcome. Gain focus 2. Good work, Tork. And add the setup it shows. Open the door containing the orange rune. Cool. All right. So let's have a look at the dungeon. So this room here has the orange rune. You can't see it. Maybe I'll just turn the camera slightly so you can see it. There's the orange rune. And we will do the setup. What have we got in there? We have turning to ashes right before your eyes. The wall of crystallized energy protecting this hall fades away, setting the monstrosities confined by it free. Sighing, you get ready for another hard round of fighting. But wait, what could that be? Place the following objects in the positions described on the setup that is already on the board. Okay, so we have a black monster, and we have a grey monster, and we have a chest. Cool. So the chest is here. What monsters did I pick for this mission? I don't think I picked them yet. Let me show you something cool. I did this yesterday. I'm very enthusiastic about it. I'll show it over here. Look at this. Got all my little painted dudes in here. So grey monster, let's pick a chained reckoner because I haven't used them. And they sound super cool. For a white monster, let's pick a what haven't we done? Let's do a shadow witch. That sounds cool. And then the black monster, let's do the abominations. All right, I'll set up the room and I shall return. All right, here we are. We're set up. We have our black monster, which is the abomination with 20 health. We have our grey monster, which is a chained reckoner. Although this guy's called a hellish flayer. They flip sides sometimes and they change names, which is cool. And that is all the monsters plus a chest token. And then that's called a promising room. Cool. And then we will deal the top card of this and we get Noxious Cloud. When this door is opened, a trap is triggered and each hero within range 2 of it must make a strength check. Cool, no one is in range 2 of it. Each hero within range 2 of the door. Great. Nobody. Okay, so Tork, still on his turn. He has not done a thingy action yet, a move action. So we don't reduce this, but Tork's going to go over there and sort out these guys. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he'll open that chest. And what does he get? He gets nothing punishing. What does he get from this? This is already probably my favourite mission of this game I've done. He picks up a potion of healing. Nothing wrong with a potion of healing. Okay, so he still has his 2 cube actions to go. So he's going to do a green cube action, which is a savage charge. So he pays 1 hit point, and then he moves 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. Yep, good. And target adjacent enemy suffers 3 damage. I'll just do it again so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 damage on the abomination. He is down to 17. And then we're going to do a beheading strike. So this is our 16 plus 3 to hit. If we score this, we will do a truckload of damage. We'll kick off with an 18. So that is 5, 6, 7 doubled, which is 14 damage. He's got 3 health left. And he's got focus too. Do we just kill him? Do we just fucking murder the guy? Is Thaumagar or my mate going to be able to get there? Thaumagar, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to be able to get in range. So in that case, I guess we will... what's he doing for damage, the abomination? He is regenerating 1 strike. He's got stun. He's immune to fire. Yep, all right. We'll spend our 2 focus to immediately do a log splitter. That's an 11, so that is a hit, and that executes the abomination before he even gets to do anything. He's just gone. I love Tork. Tork is my favourite guy. And the chain wrecker's not even in range, by the way. How good's that? Now, what was the action mechanic? Let's go over here, book area. So, collapsing roof. You must remove from the board the room associated with it. And any door is opened. To collect them, a character needs to be adjacent and use the search a chest minor action, taking it from the board. Okay, so I can't do that this turn because I did already search a chest, which was this one. But that's fine. We're done. We're done Tork's turn. So we'll now go over to Drasek. I think Tork will be fine in that room. So let's have a look at the book again and pull another lever. Let's pull the skull lever, which is number 70. Pull the skull lever. You gain focus too and open the door to the grey room. Man, this is sick. Okay, so the grey room is down here. So let's have a look at that. I'll set it up actually. All right, here's the door. It is. Turning ashes right before your eyes. What was another hard round of fighting? But wait, what could that be? Okay, great. Grey monster, white monster, another chest. I'll set it up. I'll set it up now. Okay, we have another chained reckoner. We have a shadow witch. And we will now flip ourselves one of these, which is stifling mists. Oh, it's all one range. That sucks. Okay, well, we'll keep that one in play. That's fine. All right, so Drasek still has the remainder of his movement and cube action. So I think we'll definitely go here. 1, 2, 3. And let's look at that chest. And we suffer slow. Don't like that as much. What do we get from that treasure chest? We get a potion of fortitude. Where was that last mission? Okay. So, unfortunately, he is going to have to do a move 3, heal 2, which is going to do absolutely nothing. Because chest is gone, because the only movement he can do is move 1 because of his slow, which is done. And then he is in range of the Shadow Witch, and so he will then use a Dragon's Breath maybe? No, let's just use a blue cube to do a stun. 1 damage and stun. So she is in pink, so she goes down to 11, and she is stunned. Okay. Thaumagar is going to go. One, 2, 3, 4. We can get to there. But then he's 1, 2, 3. Then he's in range for there. So we won't go in range. We won't risk it. Because the Chained Reckoner does 5 damage and cleave 2. Chain up. I've got to read chain up actually. That could be bad. So Thaumagar might actually just go here. We'll wait and see what chain up does. Let's go over to the book area. So chain up, because this guy is probably... Yep. Okay. So we'll read this book and we'll find chain up. New rule. Chain up. Monsters with this skill specialise in capturing heroes. A monster with chain up targets the strongest hero who is not adjacent and within range 1. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's not going to trigger. Alright, so let's go over to the dungeon. So we have 2 Chained Reckoners. So this guy will do. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He does not get into range. He is a melee attacker, so that's him done. And over here we have 1, 2, 3. Also not getting into range, which is very nice for us. The Abomination is defeated, and so we will draw a rune from the rune bag, and then we will go on. And the rune that we draw is a Z that is a red. That's it. All right. That's the closest one. Yep. Great. So we're back to the start with Tork. This is now flipping 2. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is do a search the chest minor action to take that orange rune. So what happens when we do that? Let's read that again. Rune keys. Click on adjacent, use to search a chest. Additionally, a hero who loots a rune key may immediately be placed in one of the hero starting positions of their choice. Great. We'll do that. Let that Chained Reckoner come to us. We're in no rush. We'll do a minor action to pull a lever. Let's do 68. We'll pull the bone lever. Gain focus 2. Green. Green is at the top. All right, let's have a look. Here it is. Haha, a promising room. Follow the setup. Great. All right, we've opened the doors to 3 rooms. Those are the rooms that we will chase down. We have 5 monsters on the board to defeat, 3 Shadow Witches, 2 Shadow Witches, 3 Chained Reckoners, but we've got plenty of time. Tork has not done his cube actions, nor has he done his move action. So we'll do this. We'll move 1, 2, 3, And then we'll use a red cube. No, actually we'll do this. We'll do a red cube to do a join the fray, and we'll move to here, and we will throw our axe at that chained reckoner. 6 is actually a miss, isn't it? Oh, we've got a grappling hook. We'll use a grappling hook. I'm not using join the fray. Grappling. Oh no, we needed to do the move. Okay, so we shield 2, and that is a miss. We needed a 7, and we rolled a 6. How unfortunate. We can then move. Or do we just do a grappling hook now? How cool is a grappling hook? Yeah, let's do a grappling hook. Critical. Grappling hook. Oh, that's good. All right, so it's 3 damage is 8 damage, 9 damage doubled to 18. I don't even need to double the damage. I kill him at 16. So that chained reckoner in green has joined the party at exactly the wrong time. Sorry, mate, you are very dead. Very dead. Get out of here, green chained reckoner. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Tork. He's on a murder rampage at the moment. Gains another fury. Has his shield 2. He's absolutely kicking goals. Is our Tork. Tork. Do you know something I just realised? Oh no, I have been playing a double damage crit 16 plus. Yeah. No, it's all good. All right, that's the end of Tork's turn. Oh no, he hasn't done his movement action yet. He'll do this. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's fine. He'll go to there. Okay. Shadow Witches go now. So this one, first of all, she's a ranged attacker, so she'll move away to target the strongest, but she's stunned. So she is going to do literally nothing. And this Shadow Witch, she is speed 4. She'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And she is also out of range to target anybody. And she is done. And then it's Drasek's turn. So, Drasek, you have no greens, you have no other moves, so you're pretty slow. What do we want to do with you, my guy? Righteous Purge. Gravity push, probably. Let's go 1, 2, 3 to here. And we will use our red cube to do a gravity push. And that will do 2 damage. And I think we'll target the one that's already damaged, so in pink, and push 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 damage, push 3. We'll open the chest. What do we get from the chest? What does the chest do to us, rather? Gives us poison too. No, Drasek. A potion of healing. I don't really need a potion of healing. I was hoping for something scroll-like. But that's fine. His other cube we will use on remove. We'll do this. We'll use Curse. Heal 2 and Cleanse 1. So we'll cleanse our poison and we'll heal Tork's 1 wound. And that'll do. Thaumagar, he's a bit tragic. He'll just go to here and he'll shoot her for 3 damage and he will hit her with a poison 2. So she is poisoned 2. That's the end of our turn. So we do go over to the Hellish Flayer now. So this instance, this one's going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one. 1, 2, 3. Did I do him last turn? Don't think so. 1, 2, 3. He's done. Speed 3 sucks for these guys. Unlucky. Okay, so he's going to hit Drasek. So he is doing Cleave 2 and Knockdown and 5 damage. Drasek has a lovely little blue cube that he will use to prevent 5, so we do not suffer Knockdown. No damage. We're over to drawing 2 runes. I think this mission's going to be quickly over. An L and a grey one. So strongest hero, so it'll do this. And then it'll do this. Actually, we'll do that. Okay. Back to drawing 1 rune and back to Tork. So that Shadow Witch currently has 6 health and she is poisoned. So she is probably going to be not that scary. However, she will activate before our friend. What does she do? She does burn 1 and silence. What is silence? Expend all agility and wisdom cubes. Ah, cool. That's a good ability. Green and blue. I think what we'll do... Oh, shit, I forgot to open another room thing. Stirred monsters. Oh, my goodness. Let's assume I didn't draw that one because that's a big swing that I forgot. I drew... Not that one. This one. Treasure Trove. All right, lots of chests instead. That's fine. And this door is open. Using this treasure as their spawn point. Okay. Fine. I don't think we're in any danger of losing this mission, so I don't think I'm too concerned. Mind you. End of the adventure, what we came here for. Yep. Okay, Tork, you need to decide what you're doing, dickhead. You've got 1 yellow cube to do a melee attack. You've got a blue cube. You don't have a green. Self-shield 1 and Fury 4. It's wasteful. It's wasteful to attack that chick, but it's probably... Now let's do this. So we're going to take 2 damage from the darkness when it landed on us. We're going to take 2 damage from moving in the darkness. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. Going to be adjacent to this chick. We're going to expend a blue cube to do a Enrage, which is self-shield 4. Done. And then Fury 1, which takes us to Fury 3, which is done. And then we'll use this Mighty Blow. Oh, is that the one I want? No, let's actually do the other way around. Let's do this blue cube. Warcry, Intimidate 4. Your next attack this turn gains +2 damage and crit 16. So if we can jank another 16, we will just execute that Shadow Witch. 10. So we didn't execute the Shadow Witch, but it does do 16, 2 damage, 8. 8 damage, we'll spend a Fury, so she takes 8 damage. Red, she goes down to 4. And we will intimidate her attack so that she does 0 damage next turn. Alright, so we do go over to the Shadow Witches. So we'll do this properly now because this is interesting. Okay, so the first Shadow Witch that will activate is pink. And she will move to here because she has ranged attacks. And she has, she has strike 1, so she attacks everyone in a zone. So instead, she targets the strongest, which is Drasek, so she'll actually go to here. So she is in the darkness. So this will be 6 damage, which will burn Drasek for 1 and silence him. So Drasek is not going to do anything to prevent that. So he's just going to take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's burning, burninating the peasants. And that's it. The other Shadow Witch, she will target Tork now. And she will move here. And she will also do 6 damage. However, he's going to use this blue cube to prevent 4 and move 2. 1, 2. And would expend all of his stuff, does not do so. So he takes 1, 2. And he is also burninating. Puts out a trauma cube. The trauma cube will actually go on his stomping leap this time, because I'm going to use that savage charge again. Burn, baby, burn. And did I take his 2 damage? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. Silence, you fool. Okay, it's the end of the Shadow Witches. It's Drasek's turn. So how many? Oh, I forgot that one in pink has taken 2 from the poison. Okay. Well, Drasek's just going to murder 2 Shadow Witches, I think. Here, and we'll keep that poison up the sleeve. Man, Thaumagar's a weapon. Alright, so Drasek, we want him to get that rune key. But let's do... what attacks does he have left? He's got Valiant. Yep. So we'll do Drasek. He's going to use his yellow cube to do a Valiant Smite, which is +1 to hit, re-rolling. So he's effectively 8s with a re-roll. 18 is a hit. Whenever he does a 16 or more, he gains Shield 2 or Cleave 2. Oh, he doesn't have range. But it does 5 damage to that Chained Reckoner. He's down to 11. Also burns for 1. And then go 1, 2, 3 to here. We will expend our Search a Chest action to take this rune key, which is our second rune key. He still has a red cube left. Do we heal himself? I mean, he's got a Potion of Fortitude, so I don't think we need to. Yep, we'll just use our Dragon's Breath, which is a strike +1 hit on the Chained Reckoner. We'll try and burn that motherfucker. That's a critical miss. He hasn't been good with the burning in general, has our friend Drasek. We'll clear that intercept move off. Okay, so all cubes back, 1 cleanse action on both will get us back to square 1. Thaumagar is going to go now. He can just murder a Shadow Witch, so I think he's going to do this. Actually, Thaumagar is in a bit of danger here. That's okay, we'll do this. 1, 2. And we'll shoot her. So she has 4 health remaining, so it does 3. And then poisons her. So she is going to die at the start of her next turn, which is fine. That gains us a Fury on Drasek. It gains us a heal on Drasek and a Fury on Tork. And that's it. So Chained Reckoner. Target is Tork with 8 health. But he does actually have a hero in range 1, so he does chain up. Cool, so chain up is 2 damage, and you're dragged to adjacent. 1, 2. And then he's got Cleave 2. He can't get into range of both of us. So he'll just go 1, 2, 3 to Tork. He will attempt to knock down Tork's actually not ideal. Wonder if we stop that with... How many health he got left? He's got 11. That's fine. We can take a knockdown. Yep, so we'll just use... actually, let's do this. We'll just use this blue cube to do -4. So it does 5 damage, which means it does 1 damage. He prevents, moves 2, 1, 2. He'll go to there. And then he's knocked down, so he can't move. But don't worry, he has a grappling hook. Get over here! Alright, we draw 1 rune. This chain reckoner goes 1, 2, 3. Red rune, one of those little bobbies. Goes for the strongest hero. Like that. Alright, back to the start. Oh, look, I think we're absolutely home and hosed here. Tork will use his open a chest action to grab this here. We have the requisite 3 rune keys. He is then going to expend his movement action to clear his knockdown. And then he's going to use his red rune to do a grappling hook on that chain reckoner. It rolls a 5, which is enough to hit, fortunately, because the grappling hook is +2, and he has the ring of precision, which is +4, which is a hit, and that is damage 8, 9, using one of those. That chain reckoner has 2 health left, and he's get over here. And then we will use a mighty blow to knock him down and execute him. 3. Oh, you fuck. He hit a 4, unless you use the beheading strike. He's got 2 focus from opening the lever, so he'll just use that to hit again. 18, it's a hit. He has killed the Reckoner. That gains him a Fury. It gains Drasek a heal. He did lose 1 health from the... No, he didn't. He's got a shield. All right. There is 2 monsters left. This Shadow Witch takes 2 damage from the poison. She has 2 remaining. Her target is the Tork. Drasek, sorry, because she can't get into range of Tork. She moves onto there. Onto the darkness. She hits him with a strength 6 attack. He will use a blue cube to prevent 5. That's going to burn him for 1 and silence him to expend his blue and green cubes. She has 2 health left, so she dies on the next turn. It is his turn. He suffers no damage from the burn because he has a shield. He is going to use a red cube. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. He's going to use a red cube to use the periaptive healing. He's going to heal himself for 3, 1, 2, 3. He's going to heal Tork for 3, 1, 2, 3. And then he will focus 1 and cleanse 1. He's now got 3 focus, which is great because he can do a blazing hit. And he's done. Thaumagar, where do we want to go? We just want to get the hell out of dodge because that Reckoner will kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thaumagar will go to safety. Chained Reckoner, so he'll just go 1, 2, 3 onto the darkness. We draw 2 runes. We draw a green and a blue. We have not come close to hitting all of them. Everyone takes 2 damage from the darkness. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're back to Tork. We just got to kill that chained reckoner. We'll open that chest that we're right next to. We suffer a slow. That is A-OK. We'll discard our potion of healing. So we go back up to 15, and then we will open a new chest item. And we get a scroll of icy bolts. Very nice. And then we will use our green cube for a savage charge. 1, 3, which is -2. However, we pay 1 hit point for that. And then we will use our yellow cube to do a beheading strike. See if we can execute this guy. Execution! Whoosh. Sit down. He's dead. Chained Reckoner's proving no match. Guess what? The Shadow Witch dies to poison. Thaumagar has been a brutal destroyer of enemies thanks to his trick-or-treat ability. And that is a clear dungeon with 3 rune keys. Let's go over to the books. Adventure, what we came here for. Alright. End of the adventure. The battle was pretty intense, and the remains of the creatures of darkness were scattered all over the halls. Once again, you prevailed, and with the 3 rune keys, now the path is clear for claiming what you came to take. That's it! I'm sure that's it! Thaumagar says excitedly, glancing at his reward as the magic barrier around it vanishes. I can recall the details of these engravings, these silvery filigrees, even if time and age have taken my eyesight. Feeling your duty is done, you allow yourself to loosen and relax. Having the tome, you could finally depart to Valorai, as was his desire and assignment in the first place. Veritash Veritas, or The Truth About the Veritash, the chronicles that tell of the first clash between Darren and the darkness. A sharpened sword can defeat a foe, but a sharpened mind is the one that can win a war, my friend. He finishes in the didactic tone that you now recognize so well. Didactic is like teaching. The adventure ends here. You may now proceed to the camp phase and then do after the adventure. What is next? Alright. After the adventure and what's next? Made eager by the precious tome's retrieval, Thaumagar gently leafs through some of the pages of thick parchment, confirming the suspicion that was already in his heart and memory. It's here! Everything's here! The ballads narrating the struggle of the first belligerent against the darkness, the research they made about the enemy's forces, the spells they used to turn the tide of battle, all of it, he thinks aloud, certain of having made the most important discovery of the age. Despite all the blood and sweat shed, the first step of your journey together was a success. But now, another question poses itself. How can you both move forward? The stairways that led you out here are buried now, and there isn't any other way out. Don't worry yourselves, my fellow. This sanctum is built to serve as a fortress. The same way they designed the dungeons, they also planned tunnels for evacuation. The sage continues, with his eyes bent to read, almost as if he wasn't paying any attention to you. I'll start my job, indeed. We don't know when we'll be alone and threat-free again. You, on the other hand, be alert for any creatures, in case they find their way here, and look for the hidden causeway that leads to the tunnels. I remember seeing some pickaxes that may help you near the frescoes. You sigh in frustration. After all, you weren't expecting to break stones to survive, or rather, to have a chance of surviving. Sooner or later, you know, your provisions will be consumed. You know you must find the promised tunnels that might not even exist, or you will both face a horrible fate. You don't even reckon the odds of the Draconians miraculously managing to get you in time to rescue you. That is, if they survive the incursion. Once again, time isn't on your side. Definitely, you didn't imagine how far answering that call for help in the woods would take you. Each player chooses and unlocks a class ability for their hero, and we have an interlude. And this is making amends. I shall not read the interlude today. We shall do that in the next episode. We have made amends. We've done a great job. We get to unlock a class ability. Now, I'll have to read on that if we can unlock a level 2 class ability, because if we can, oh goodness me, it's happening. It is happening for Tork. He finally gets to use his furious accuracy, which would be the best upgrade ever. So I'll look into that. I shall return. All right, friends, we've chosen our abilities. For Drasek, I've used Swiftness, which for the Paladin is +2 movement. Quite interesting. It would be cool to go through all of the class abilities and do a multi-class and like just pick someone else's thing, but we won't do that. We'll just stick with the Paladin. And for Tork, of course, we're going for Furious Accuracy. You may discard a Fury to re-roll an attack you just missed. It also gains the bonus damage. The number of times that I've missed, being able to re-roll, what an absolutely clutch thing. It probably means that the Ring of Precision loses value. A re-roll on a d20 is quite a lot of increased mathematical chance, so it's something to consider, because we've also got, we don't have a Seed of Darkness anymore, but we've got Boots of Swiftness, Boots of Agility, +1 movement, and you're immune to knockdown and slow. You know, that could be quite an interesting one. Plus we also picked up, we could have also picked up something else. I think there was some other boots as well. Maybe. Or an Amulet of Power. The next attack you make this turn gains reroll and deals double damage. Yeah. Anyway, something to consider. I'll look at the Ring of Precision. We still have 2 Cosmic Gemstones ready to be plugged into stuff. We have a Potion of Fortitude, a Scroll of Icy Bolts. It's all looking good, friends. We will continue our story in the Chronicles of Drunagor in the next episode. Enjoy. BigDeno out.